Paul, I'm about to shit myself over here.
You know it's not too late to back out. Eliezer can't force you to do anything.
No, I have to do this. I made my decision.
Will you at least let me lead?
Paul, you've always led and taken the fall. It's time I did for once.
If this is still about you feeling guilty.
Unbelievable. It's like walking into hostile territory.
Look, there's our guy now. Hey Simon.
Well, nice to see at least two friendly faces in here. I think I'm gonna get in line with the others.
Good luck.
And so, that is why.
Your point?
Never mind. PAB is for the best actually.
Who's next?
I guess that would be me.
Paul? Did you hear what your friend was saying? Because I think he needs to speak louder.
He said he's next.
I see. And Paul, why are you sitting with those two, and not the rest of your fellow students?
I'm sitting with my friends.
And that guy over there? The one who's not sitting with you? Isn't he your friend?
Yes.
And he's Simon's friend too, correct?
Yeah, I'm Simon's friend. What? I don't need anyone speaking for me.
Could we start the debate, please? There will be time for questions later.
I'm good to start, if Simon is. Simon, are you ready?
Yes, I guess I am. I would like to start out by
saying that you didn't support your friend because you were scared.
Eliezer, Simon gets to go first. Give him a chance.
Now listen, it wasn't as simple as that.
Your point simple, Simon? Is it not simple to tell someone what's happening?
You know how difficult they made it, Eliezer.
Oh no. It just seemed difficult because we were all afraid and alone. But with PAB, students will never be alone. Everyone is believed. And you want us to go back to being afraid?
I never said that.
Eliezer, give him a chance.
Give him a chance? What he's suggesting didn't stop anything. Ever. He's had his chance. If you all want to return to the same things that caused Harrison Mercer's bullshit, then vote for Simple Simon. If you want solutions that have actually been proven to work, vote for me. Vote for Parents Against Bullying.
And just how were PAB solutions proven to work?
If you really need to ask, then it shows just how uninformed you are. Students, if you were to be the victim of bullying, Simple Simon would have you go tell a teacher. PAB has started litigation against several bullies. And in the short time we've been here, there hasn't been a single incident of bullying reported.
And what about the time when...
See, there he goes again, with all the whatabouts. Look, PAB can adapt to any bully. Whatever happens, we'll be there for you, to share your concerns. My opponent can offer absolutely nothing to protect you from bullying. A vote for him is a vote for the same crap that got us into this mess to begin with.
Look at it this way. At least you stayed. The others just ran off.
I think, no matter how hard we try, we've already lost.
Yeah. Eliezer is pretty good. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a point to make.
Not much room for me to make my point, if no one can hear me above Eliezer?
Then why limit yourself to just the debates? There are other platforms where you can make your voice heard.
Such as?
The school paper. I could interview you.
I really appreciate you guys wanting to help. But I don't want you doing everything else for me. You already did enough today, just by being here.
You do things for us all the time. Now let us do something for you. You were the first friend I made when I moved here. You encouraged me to go out and do things. So why now are you so hesitant to?
Because like I said, I don't deserve it. The last time Paul stepped up for me, he became a target.
That's not true. You encouraged me to confront Harrison, and I didn't become a target.
Are you guys gonna give me the pep talk again?
No, we just want to help you do this because you're our friend. You supported us, so now it's our turn to support you.
Alright, Tammy, if you can get me that interview, that would be great. And Paul, can you convince other students to show up at my rallies?
Yeah, I believe I can. I still seem to have some pull with much of the student body.
And I can speak with the Latin Club and get them to support you. It may not seem like it, but people really do respect the smart kids.
Great. Now if Quincy were here, he could also get the marching band on board, and... Never mind. He's not coming, is he? Some friend.
Just be patient, Simon. You know what he's like, he always comes around. He's just...
scared. Well, I am too. No offense, but I don't want to go through what Paul went through.
To be totally honest, that is a possibility.
Yeah, I thought so.
But it hasn't happened yet. Let's just get that rally going after school. And worry about the rest later.
You know, I'm thinking they got us here to tell us that Simon is resigning, and Paul is taking his place.
Yes. I bet that's what it is.
Can I have everyone's attention, please? First of all, thank you for coming on such short notice.
When are you gonna turn it over to Paul?
Actually, this is my campaign.
I came to hear Paul. Not to piss off Eliezer by listening to you.
You all let me speak my piece when I stood up to Harrison. If you still support me, then you will afford Simon the same courtesy.
You know, that was almost Rufus-like, the way you spoke like that.
Just helping out.
All right, fine. What does he have to say then?
Whatever it is, can he say it quickly? I think Eliezer is gonna give a speech too. I don't want to be seen here.
And why are you so afraid of Eliezer seeing you?
Because I don't want him thinking I'm against him, or PAB.
Okay, so when Harrison was in charge, were you afraid of him seeing you, let's say talking to Paul? Look, I'm not against PAB, but if their goal is to stop bullies, then they wouldn't be trying to shut down my right to free speech, or your right to listen.
I admit he does have a point.
I'm not saying that PAB is bad. They're right to be upset after what we all went through. Hell, I was a victim of Harrison too. I didn't stand up for myself or Paul, and I've lived with the guilt for years. My fear is that the cycle will just repeat itself again if we're afraid to call out PAB. The reason we lived in fear of Harrison for so long is because he didn't have any opposition. If there had been a student voice against him early on, I think he'd have been caught sooner. Or he wouldn't have had any power at all. He'd have been completely irrelevant. What I am arguing for is a counterbalance to parents against bullying, to prevent them from becoming too dominant. Any questions?
What are you gonna do if Harrison comes back? PAB says they're already suing him, but what are you gonna do?
Good question. Personally, I don't think we should go after Harrison's students. The families are already suing. And last I checked, the authorities are looking into it. What we as students need to do is prevent another Harrison from happening. We do that by learning from how he came to power in the first place.
Yeah, but what will you actually do? Rufus used to stop the bullies. We thought Harrison would do the same when he took over. But he just made everything worse.
Why were you all relying on Rufus, one person, to stop the bullies in the first place? And for that matter, why would you sit back and rely on PAB now?
I think he might actually be winning them over. Is this being recorded?
Julie's on it. Look over there. She's getting it all on her phone.
Hey Quincy.
Simon, can you talk right now?
Yeah? What's up?
Listen. I'm sorry about not supporting you. I had been watching the videos of your rallies online though. And I just want you to know that I agree with what you're saying. It's just that, all this action isn't too good for my condition. My blood pressure gets too high, you know? It was almost too much for me last time.
You never told us that.
Well, Paul was celebrating. I didn't want to ruin it, so I injected quietly. Look. It's just safer for me to have people think I'm supporting PAB. But I want you to know you have my vote.
If that's so, then why is the marching band behind Eliezer?
I can't explain it. My body just reacts differently to certain stressful situations. It's been that way since we first started hanging out.
But the way you reacted when I stood up to Eliezer.
It was the heat of the moment, okay? I've never let you down before, and I don't plan on doing it now. In fact, a lot of the band members don't even support PAB. Some of us just pretend we do to appease Eliezer. People are starting to listen to you, Simon.
What about tomorrow? Are you coming to the final debate between me and Eliezer?
I can't make any promises. I don't want to put myself at risk of a reaction. But I'll try.
All right. I'll see you at school tomorrow then.
Thanks for understanding.
And if Simon gets elected, he's going to do absolutely nothing. Because PAB is already doing it. A bit simple, isn't it? Letting us do all the suing for you?
I don't think anyone here is a qualified lawyer, so I don't know what you're expecting me to do.
They're expecting you to do something about the bullying.
Right. But what will you do? That I won't do. What's PAB gonna do if, or God forbid when, another bullying epidemic happens?
We're gonna sue them.
Right. But by the time you sue them, the bullying will have already happened. Lawsuits cost a hell of a lot of time and money. Most families can't even afford them around here. We need a more practical solution.
Like what? Sitting back and letting it happen? Like you did before. Or I know. How about telling a teacher?
No, like I've been saying for the past week. If all the students speak up, come together, and act, rather than depend on one person, or an organization, then it will be far easier.
Yet, because the principal really listened to us last time.
The reason why Harrison had power was because the majority of students let him into their social circles. I know I am asking for a lot of bravery here, but if the school community is closer, more friendly, and on the whole less quick to judge people, as they did Paul Sanchez, then we're more likely to prevent another bullying epidemic. What my opponent is suggesting is understandable, but I feel bullies will on the whole be less effective if they have no reason to bully or act out in the first place. Why should they live in fear of PAB when they can contribute to our school community in more positive ways?
Because if they're afraid, then they won't bully.
I disagree. If they feel powerless, they may act out in a self-destructive way to feel powerful. This is actually why Dominic Hollister,
who is being sued.
Please let me finish. Dominic Hollister acted out because he felt alone and powerless.
Okay, we don't have time to give sympathy to bullies. I'm ending the debate here.
Are you sure? Simon, are you all right with that?
Yes, and my closing statement is simple. As your student counselor, I'll work to make the whole school environment better, thus making bullying less likely, whereas my opponent will only focus on a single issue and potentially cause more damage with how aggressively they handled it.
And Eliezer, what are your closing statements?
Voting for PAB will solve the immediate issue. Voting for Simon will give power back to the bullies. It'll bring back the same go tell the teacher crap that once again got us into this mess in the first place.
Great job, Simon.
Thanks, Quincy. Don't take this the wrong way, but I didn't even see you until now.
No worries. You were too involved with the debate to notice. And so was Eliezer. I just stood off to the side with Paul. Kept my blood pressure low.
Quincy texted me with the idea last night.
I see. I'm sorry for doubting you.
It's alright. I'm sorry I went with PAB. Like I said, you got my vote. But on the whole, I think the organization and their candidates will be good for the school.
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. So, do you guys think I have a chance?
Yes, you got a shot.
Well, whatever happens, I want to thank you guys. The whole bullying thing was traumatizing for us all. And I'm glad to see we can all finally come together.
So you're not feeling guilty now?
No, not for now. I'm feeling optimistic about our campaigning. We did a great job.
And finally, the results for the freshman class. It was a very close race between Simon McLean and Eliezer Berkovich. So, without further ado, the winning candidate for the class of 2022, by only 2 votes is Simon McLean. Congratulations, Mr. McLean.
Yes?
The rest of us got in. But I didn't.
Well, that's disappointing. But don't worry, Simon won't be able to do anything.
Our other candidates will outvote him.
It makes us look bad.
That doesn't matter. We're not doing this for people to like us, we're doing this to get justice. And I think, we might be a little closer to finding Rufus Dulesky.
Rufus Dulesky. I never even spoke to him.
So you really don't know anything? Are you there?
Yes. Like I said, I don't know anything about Rufus at all.
Well, it doesn't matter. We haven't been set back at all. Those bullies told us almost everything we need to know.
What did they say about him? Was he worse than Harrison?
They say he wasn't as bad. But I don't believe that for a second. You know how they always lie, more than anyone. Even Paul.
Well, speaking of Paul, he's not siding with us, that's for sure.
We don't need him. All we need to do is put those bullies in their place. Once that's done, the rest of the students will flock to us. Because we've proven that we can stop bullying.
Can I at least try to bring Paul around? Give us a little boost?
No need. You did your part. Now get some rest. I'll call his mother soon.
All right. I have to go anyway. Lunchtime.
He's just as stubborn as you are, Charlene. Just as stubborn as you.